Hi, my name is Leanne Alvarado. Today I will be presenting my graduate project on designing a strategic post-merger human resource action plan. This project is for the course MGT 6485 capstone course at Amberton University with Dr. Diane Sanchez. On today's agenda, I will provide my introduction and hypothesis statement, give an overview of both Marriott International Incorporated and Starwood Hotels and Resorts Worldwide. I will also provide a general overview and insight into the history of the merger between the two hospitality industry giants, as well as background into the best practices for mergers and acquisitions. I will go over the methodology used in the study. I will also conduct literature reviews on 3 articles relating to post-merger situations. I will review the limitations of the study, present my recommendations and impacts of the 21st century workforce. The recommendations and impacts towards the 21st century workforce will be conducted through further literature review, extending from both articles, peer-reviewed studies, blogs, professional experiences. I will close the project with references I have used for the study. The objective of my project is to examine challenges associated with organizations undergoing a merger and to explore best practices associated with mergers. I will be exploring best practices in order to develop a strategic human resource strategy for Marriott and Starwood International post-merger. The study will highlight best practices in a post-merger situation in order to improve human resource operations, address culture integration, and to discuss the most effective change management strategy, which will allow for a more effective and smoother integration of merging organizations. Marriott was originally founded by J. Willard Marriott and Alice Marriott and began as an A&W root beer stand in Washington, D.C. in 1927. Marriott was originally named Hot Shops, and by 1937, the Hot Shops organization had expanded operations into the in-flight airline catering business. By this time, J.W. Marriott had established guiding principles for his company of good food and great service. In 1953, Hot Shops Incorporated officially became a public company, allowing for the purchase of their stock shares. In 1957, J.W. Marriott officially expanded into the lodging industry with the opening of the Twin Bridges Motor Hotel. Following the success of the Twin Bridges in 1959, J.W. Marriott then opened his second motor hotel known as Key Bridge. In 1966, Marriott expanded internationally through his in-flight catering services at the McQuaish Airport, which expanded operations into Venezuela. In 1969, Marriott opened their first international hotel in Mexico, which became the 11th hotel on their portfolio. By 1975, Marriott had grown and expanded operations into the European market with the opening of their first European hotel in Amsterdam. In 1984, Marriott began their Honored Guest Awards program. In 1987, Marriott acquired Residence Inn. In 1993, Marriott officially separated into 2 companies known as Host Marriott Corporation and Marriott International Incorporated. In 1955, Marriott acquired the luxury hotel brand known as the Ritz-Carlton. In 2012, Arne Sorensen became the president and CEO of Marriott International, with Bill Marriott Jr. joining him as the executive chairman. In 2012, Marriott acquired Gaylord Hotels. In 2016, Marriott acquired Starwood Hotel and Resorts Worldwide, adding 11 new brands to their portfolio. By 2019, Marriott Bonvoy is officially introduced, which allowed for the integration of Starwood, Ritz-Carlton, and Marriott loyalty programs. Due to the passing of Arne Sorensen in 2021, Anthony Capuno was appointed the new CEO of Marriott International. Marriott core values include putting people first, pursuing excellence, embracing change, and acting with integrity and serving the world. Marriott is both a customer and associate-oriented company. Starwood Hotel and Resorts was originally formed as a real estate investment firm and was formerly known as Starwood Lodging. Starwood officially became a public company with the acquisition of REIT, otherwise known as Real Estate Investment Trust, in 1994, with Barry Sternlicht as the CEO, who remained until 2005. During this time, Barry had also acquired the company, known as Hotel Investors, for $5 million cash. This allowed them to become Starwood Lodging Trust and Starwood Lodging Corporation. By June of 1995, with a portfolio of over 30 hotels, the company's stock had increased to $35 per share, increasing their market capitalization to nearly $800 million. In 1998, Starwood acquired Westin Hotels Group, and Starwood Lodging was renamed to Starwood Hotels and Resorts. In 1999, Starwood launched their first loyalty program, known as the Starwood Preferred Guest Program, winning them the award for their Best Hotel Program of the Year. In 2005, Starwood acquired Le Méridien Hotel Group, expanding their portfolio into Europe and the Middle East through 120 different properties. In 2006, Starwood sold 33 hotels to Host Marriott Group. In 2011, Starwood's CEO moved headquarters to China for a month, expanding their global presence and growth within the Asian Pacific hospitality industry. In 2013, the CEO moved operations over to Dubai in order to grow their global cultural understanding and appreciation, which allowed for further expansion and growth of the company. Jumping to 2015, Adam Aron was appointed intermittent CEO, followed by the official CEO, Thomas Mangus. Thomas used his time as the CEO to focus on action-oriented plans in order to enhance Starwood International's organizational performance. In late 2015, it was officially announced that Starwood and Marriott had approved a definitive merger, allowing for the two to become the world's largest hotel company, totaling in more than 5,000 hotels. Ending in 2016 with the official merger between the two companies taking place and closing on September 23, 2016. On November 16, 2015, Marriott announced their plan to acquire Starwood Hotels and Resorts worldwide. The merger was officially approved by stockholders for both companies on April 8, 2016. Upon agreement and approval of the merger, Starwood stockholders were to receive 0.8 shares of Marriott's common stock plus $21 in cash per share of Starwood common stock. On September 23, 2016, the acquisition had been completed, allowing Marriott to become one of the most comprehensive hotel companies with over 5,700 properties. During this time, it is also agreed upon that the Ritz-Carlton, Starwood, and Marriott hotel loyalty programs would remain separate but allow for the transfer of points between accounts. Upon announcement of the merger, Marriott's CEO at the time, Arne Sorensen, wrote a formal letter to all Starwood employees, giving an open statement about benefits of the deal, insight into the loyalty program, and was transparent about the deal, acknowledging that the merger will take time and patience. In the formal letter, Arne also noted that all Starwood employees will have any and all questions answered, affording them clear communication and opportunities to express concerns and offering Arne's assurance to the associates. The methodology for this study will be to use both quantitative and qualitative scholarly peer-reviewed studies and articles, as well as the use of blog posts and company websites in order to gain insight on the merger that has happened and the best strategies for addressing challenges in post-merger organizations. The study will also use personal experiences of being a human resource associate within the hospitality industry, as well as an experience of being a franchised Marriott associate. The first literature review done for the study is titled Changes in Management Accounting Rules and Routines in Merger and Acquisition Operations. The objective of the study was to understand the different processes in change management during mergers and acquisitions. It is noted that managers and acquisitions are excellent ways for companies to expand both domestically and globally due to the introduction into new markets. The researchers for this study have examined prior research and literature which has shown that in a post-acquisition context, there is evidence to show that this process tends to heavily interfere in control of daily routines as well as management control systems. The research done uses a qualitative case study approach. In order to conduct the study interviews with managers, company documentation, and observation of work practices were utilized. The study aims to test the idea that mergers and acquisitions will bring about new organizational principles that will help to drive processes of institutionalized management. The company used for the study was within the construction industry called Alpha, located in Brazil. The interview was structured to ask several questions involving discussing the development of the company, what they understood as managerial objectives for performance evaluations, how performance evaluations are implemented, how performance evaluations are used within the company, how the change of ownerships affected organizational principles, how did the change affect functionality of performance evaluation processes, and more. Interviews were structured in a semi-formal environment and conducted from various levels, which included directors, managers, and supervisors. The study found that the organization's original structure did not meet organizational needs, and the implementation of new organizational principles allowed for the improvement of financial structuring as well as performance evaluations. It was found that this need for restructuring helped to reduce fears, conflicts, and resistance towards adoption of new principles in post-acquisition environments. The findings of the study note that during transformational stages, it was found that the new principles helped to establish clear meaning, values, and beliefs in the organizational environment. This aided in the support and active participation of the managers. The establishment of these new principles and systems was found to have cost-reducing benefits and allowed for the improvement of operational budgeting. The study's findings are useful in the design and implementation of a strategic post-merger plan. The study's findings on the need for the establishment of clear meaning for the change and why the change is valuable can help human resource managers to develop a post-merger plan by targeting the need for a cohesive organizational culture. Often when two separate companies merge, they bring with them their own set of values, beliefs, and cultures. It is vital for human resource managers to identify common ground in order to define vision and missions for the integration. The findings on managerial support also play vital roles in the success of post-merger plans. Support from top management is vital to drive strategic vision, as well as providing employees with active role models who display commitment to change. The second literature review done for the project is titled Employee Emotional Resilience During Post-Merger Integration Across National Boundaries, Rewards, and the Mediating Role of Fairness Norms. The objective of this research article was to develop a conceptual framework that allows for the understanding of the processes and challenges associated with merger integration. Mergers are a vital form of market expansion and growth. Mergers can help to give multinational organizations a competitive advantage while introducing new skills, job opportunities, and furthering development of the organization's market shares, increasing profitability. Oftentimes, there are negative impacts associated with mergers due to undervaluing market shares, organizational assets, and the failure of effective change and sustainability. During mergers and acquisitions, employee morale and comfortability can be greatly impacted, and if not impacted positively, it can lead to the ultimate failure of mergers and acquisitions. The aim of the study is to help understand and develop a conceptual model that will allow for the closing of gaps in transactional post-merger integrations. The research done utilizes literature review and studies previously done in order to understand concepts of post-merger integration and employee emotional resilience. The article notes that there is a plethora of research done on the integration of culture and physiological factors in post-merger integration. However, there is little research done on employee emotional resilience. Emotional resilience is closely linked to behavior resilience as it relates to the sustainability of post-merger desired behaviors. The study notes that traditional human resource strategic practices focus on the regulation and socio-cultural approaches to post-merger organizations, which may not allow for the nurturing of employee emotional resilience. Employees are a core stakeholder within the company, and their support and cooperation during post-merger integration is a key factor to its success. Oftentimes, employees experience feelings of isolation, loss of support, and reductions in organizational benefits, which can create feelings of stress and anxiety during mergers and acquisitions. If employee concerns are not addressed, this can lead to increased resistance to change, low employee morale, and decreased organizational performance. The studies find that the inclusion of both financial and non-financial rewards can help to boost employee emotional resilience. Financial rewards can come as the implementation of bonus structures tied to performance. This can allow the employee to be rewarded for their performance while also feeling valued and recognized. These findings show that non-financial rewards seem to have the biggest impact on employee resilience overall. The programs can be implemented through recognition programs or performance-based promotions. These findings can greatly help in the understanding of challenges associated with a post-merger environment. Emotionally resilient employees can adapt and cope effectively to added stressors from change while also maintaining their ability to be productive and committed to the changes at hand. Emotionally resilient employees can have positive influences on their peers and help to foster a cohesive work environment, helping to reduce resistance to change. Not only this, but the inclusion of non-financial rewards can assist in human resource initiatives to sustain change by fostering continued employee engagement, motivation, and continued alignment to new organizational goals. The next literature review done for the project is titled The Effect of Integration Approaches in Human Resource Initiatives on Changes in Organizational Culture and Employee Attitudes During a Merger. In the 21st century workforce, business strategies for mergers and acquisitions have increased. This is because companies are looking toward the future in order to keep competitive edges, stay current with technological advancements, and to grow within the global market. However, it is important to note that unfortunately many mergers or acquisitions will fail due to ignorance in understanding and handling the merger of an organizational culture. The objective of the study was to gain insight on the effectiveness of human resource approaches and involvement in integration of mergers, cultures, and commitment to employee engagement. The researchers within the study utilized literature review of organizational cultures, the role of human resource professionals, and mergers and acquisitions in order to build their theoretical framework surrounding their study, and gave them insight into the use of the Organizational Culture Assessment Instrument, otherwise known as the OCAI. This study was conducted involving two Indonesian mining companies that had already merged. The organizations preserved separate organizational cultures on mining sites, however, used a transformational approach to culture within the corporate offices. The OACI was used in order to examine organizational cultures pre- and post-merger. Once this was completed, the Human Resource Division of the organization sent out a survey to 658 associates who were present pre-merger, and of the 658 associates, only 106 responses were used. In the surveys, the employees were asked to respond to the questions regarding organizational culture, organizational commitment, employee engagement, and effectiveness of human resource initiatives. The study found that those in the corporate office perceived there to be extreme change within the organization due to the transformational approach. Those in the corporate offices reported feelings of low engagement and low organizational commitment. However, the study did find that the preservative approach toward the merger of organizational culture had the opposite effect. It is important to note the companies, although have merged into one organization, seem to operate almost independently. While the study found that there were more negative effects from using the transformational approach, this approach was still recommended to be used towards mergers and acquisitions. This is because the transformational approach can help to glue organizational cultural ideas together. This is extremely useful information to have when designing effective human resource strategies in a post-merger organization. The transformational approach to integration of culture helps to emphasize a unified vision, value, and sense of purpose. It can actively engage employees in collaboration and participation within the new organizational culture and structures. The transformational approach can also be extended to transformational leadership. This form of leadership can help to motivate and inspire employees to embrace organizational change, provide structure and examples of behavior desired in order to align with the new culture, and can help to foster a sense of organizational commitment and ownership. Overall, transformational approaches to post-merger organizations can increase resilience, adaptability, and facilitate the successful integration of culture, values, and strategic organizational goals, ensuring the success of post-merger organizations. Limitations of the study include challenges in finding peer-reviewed research on specific topics of post-acquisition and post-merger strategies within the hospitality industry. This was extremely surprising to find, as mergers and acquisitions are a common trend within the industry. Further limitations extend toward the closed-door details of the Marriott and Starwood merger. It was difficult to track down the ideologies and processes implemented during this time from the Marriott Human Resource Department. Unfortunately, a majority of information was only able to be found from interviews and blog posts with and about the former CEO, Arne Sorensen, and the former Human Resource Department. I will be making 3 recommendations to ensure the successful development of a human resource strategic plan that can be implemented in post-merger organizations. While I am unable to say what human resource strategies were implemented during the Marriott International and Starwood merger, I do believe these recommendations will help to give insight on what helped to lead and sustain the successful merge of organizations. I will be recommending that the human resource team conducts a comprehensive workforce analysis, fosters a culture of collaboration and inclusivity, and develops a talent retention and development strategy. Prior to the implementation of any human resource strategy, human resource managers must conduct thorough workforce assessments. These assessments will allow for the understanding of post-merger strengths, weaknesses, available skills, or skill gaps that will emerge from within the merging organizations. Workforce analysis assessments can help to provide valuable insights in both sets of organizational structures, the talent pool being acquired, and help human resource managers tailor initiatives to specific post-merger integration challenges. Talent retention during times of change is vital in order to maintain stability and growth within merging organizations. Human resource managers must be able to develop strategic talent retention strategies. This strategy should include personalized development plans and discussions with all employees, career progression paths, and competitive compensation packages. The ability to retain key talent during organizational changes can help to preserve critical skills, knowledge, and expertise that can be crucial to the navigation of integration processes. Talent retention strategies can also help employees to feel valued and engaged, which can help employees to embrace changes brought on from mergers. The success of post-merger organizations relies upon the unification of culture that encourages openness and communication, transparency, inclusivity, and collaboration. Human resource initiatives and strategies should be focused on the integration of values, beliefs, and missions of the merging organizations. The strategy should include the active participation of employees in both organizations. This can be done through team-building exercises, cross-functional projects, and employee engagement opportunities. These measures will help to improve employee resilience, increase morale, facilitate cultural integration, and enhance organizational collaboration. I would also make the recommendation that the human resource managers utilize Kurt Lewin's organizational change management model. Lewin's model contains the unfreezing, change, and refreezing process. The unfreezing stage is when the organization prepares for change by reorganizing the need for it. Change is the transition period and the implementation period of new processes, principles, and structures. The refreezing stage is when all processes are solidified, integrated, and reinforced in order to become the new norm. The refreezing stage of Lewin's model can be extremely useful in a post-merger organization. The refreezing stage helps to align the workforce around the values, mission, and beliefs that have been unified in post-merger organizations. During this stage, it allows for the organization to reestablish its identity and solidify the integration process of different corporate cultures. During this stage, new values, beliefs, processes, and strategies can be reinforced through the use of rewards. The implementation of non-financial rewards can help to sustain desired behaviors, outcomes, and performance measures that have emerged from post-merger organizations. Positive reinforcement strategies can increase employee motivation, foster a sense of ownership of change, create a more engaged and committed workforce, and overall support the long-term success and stability of merged organizations. Strategic human resource strategies in a post-merger organization can have major implications on the 21st century workforce. Human resources play a crucial role in ensuring the successful integration and sustainability of change within post-merger organizations. The development of strategic human resource action plans can help aid in the creation of an agile workforce by shaping engagement, productivity, and adaptability. The 21st century business landscape is fast-paced and dynamic, meaning that they are more susceptible to facing challenges associated with merging or integrating diverse workforces and cultures. A well-designed human resource strategy can help to foster inclusive working environments that promote collaboration and can mitigate conflicts and resistance that may arise during times of change. Human resource strategies that emphasize cross-training, flexibility, employee retention, and promotes cultures of learning and development can help to empower employees, preparing them to be successful in the 21st century workforce. Overall, human resource strategy can help to prepare the workforce to align with changing organizational strategic goals, missions, and values, affording employees the ability to be equipped with the resources and tools necessary to face the 21st century workforce. My final slides contain all references used for my project. Thank you for your time and attention. Have a good day.